Over at Caffe COCINA, we love the Aero Press because of its simplicity, and when you purchase one, it comes with everything that you need to brew the coffee. So you have your funnel, your stir stick, your portioning spoon, and it usually comes with a small stack of filters. Just little circle guys. I think I have a couple here. Boom. We'll get to that later. So the Aero Press here is actually the newest manual extraction method. It is simple, it is new, it's made to streamline everything. It came out in 2005, so it's only been around for about 15 years, right? This is something that you can accomplish within minutes. So here we have the plunger, and you have your coffee vessel here, basket for the filter, right? When you buy an Aero Press, it comes with everything that you need. So it's just super ideal to take on the go when you're driving somewhere or doing anything. So today, we're going to be using our Fermata blend from Caffe COCINA. It is a medium dark roast, and it says here what our preferred extraction methods are. So we have espresso, we have Aero Press, and we have Chemex or pour over. Generally speaking, your water is going to be around 203 to 205 fresh off the boil. So once it stops boiling, you should be good to go. Now, today, like I said, there's a couple of different methods for doing an Aero Press. We are going to do what's called the inverted method. Now, what the inverted method, the appeal of it, so to say, is to stop the brewing from happening too soon. So the first thing we want to do here is wet the filter. Now, nobody likes little fibers or any of that in their cup of coffee. I mean, I don't. You might be into that, but. Now, like I said, we're going to be doing the inversion method today. So the important thing for starting that is to get your plunger in there, and there's going to be like a rubber section here, about I don't know, ½ inch. We're going to get that into the vessel here, just to the end of where the rubber stops, right? Now, we're not going to use this until the very end, the basket with the filter in it. For an Aero Press, you're going to look for a medium to fine grind, closer to the fine side so that it resembles sand. The spoon measures to about 16 grams of coffee. You can go a little above or a little below depending on the taste that you like to go for, a more bold flavor or a lighter experience. And we're just gonna go ahead and throw that right into the vessel. There's not a whole lot of pouring technique that goes into making an Aero Press. We're just gonna make sure all the grounds are nicely saturated here. Give it a nice spin as you go. Try to keep a nice steady stream. It's not as important with the Aero Press as it is for a Chemex or a pour over. Now, as you're pouring this, you're gonna notice a nice caramely colored layer on the top. That's gonna be your crema of the coffee, which is crazy to think about because usually you can only get crema from extracting proper espresso. So we're gonna go just below the lid here. And reason being, your coffee is gonna expand once you grab this stir stick here. We're just gonna get a nice stir in here, get all the grounds saturated. The reason that we do an inverted process here is for what's called a full saturation method. If it was flipped over, your coffee would be dripping into the cup over time, and you're not gonna get a full flavor of all the beans. So now, what we're gonna wait for is what's called the blooming period. You're gonna have all of your gases released out of the coffee, and all of your grounds are slowly gonna get saturated. This could only takes less than a minute with the inversion method. We're gonna go ahead and throw our basket and filter on top here. Screws in, just nice and tight, nice on the right side there. A good thing to do is to place your cup on top and flip it over with it. That way, if any coffee happens to start draining out prematurely, it goes in the cup. Now you'll hear it start to go in the cup, don't panic. You still have plenty of time to start your plunge. But this plunge is a really important aspect. You don't wanna go too fast, too slow, and you don't wanna angle the plunger in any way because then you're gonna have an uneven cup of coffee. So we'll get this started here, and this plunge segment should take you about 30 to 45 seconds. Like I said, try to keep it nice and straight as to have an even amount of pressure kind of all around. So we'll just finish that up. A couple of nice taps here and there, you know, get the residual drips out of there. Another cool thing about the Aero Press is the ease of cleaning. I'm not gonna just litter here and throw it out in the ground, so I'm just gonna show you. It's as simple as pulling the filter off and then pulling the plunger out into the garbage, and the grounds will just fall out. Give it a nice rinse. That way you can get another cup going or have it drying for the next time. If you're looking for a delicious, full-bodied cup of coffee with a full experience, palate experience, tasting notes, everything intact. And Aero Press is going to be the way to go. I'm Anthony Jeffries with Caffe COCINA, and if you want to experience any of these coffees that I just showed you, grab an Aero Press, any of that, you can visit our website online at caffecocina.com.